Welcome, everybody. John Zager. How are you? I hope everyone's well. Let's see. It's a beautiful day here on the eastern slope. Cloudy. Looks like, I don't know, they're not predicting rain, but we got some clouds that are kind of coming in that look like they could hold some moisture. And anyway, I did a podcast this morning. The podcast was really good. Go back and listen to it. It was how to enter the operating system and how we become conscious thought. And what is wellness kind of idea. We kind of mixed all three of those together and it turned out really, really well. You can get it on iTunes Radio. You can get it on Google Podcasts, iTunes, or Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You can get it there. You can get it on YouTube. And you can get it on Spreaker.com. And I put the link on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So all of my podcasts every single day are on all of those and more. I just can't remember them all. They've expanded my market to where I should be, I don't know, accessible to more and more people. I still don't have a big audience at all, just a few people. And I need to get up to, I think they want you to get up to 2,000 followers minimum. I'm not anywhere near there. But anyway, it's kind of fun. And I've been doing it again for a couple, 2, maybe 3 years. And most every day, sometimes I kind of slack off, but there's a lot of podcasts to listen to. And they're mostly on neuroscience, healing, self-healing, wellness, meditation, things like that. So I wanted to jump in and do a small little YouTube video. The YouTube will be on all the kind of same places, as well as the social media spots that I put a link to, which I mentioned earlier. And on YouTube you need to subscribe and then hit that little bell so that you get notifications when new YouTube videos are coming up. And again, I'm trying to do them most every single day. I'm not, but I'm trying to do them most every single day. How do you enter the operating system? The operating system, of course, is your subconscious. The reason you want to enter the operating system is so that you can get the limiting beliefs and change them. The beliefs and perceptions that you acquired as little kids from possibly parents or adults before you were 6 or 7 didn't really work back then, because those folks may not have had it correct either way back when. And of course, as you've grown up and become an adult, they clearly probably don't work. And that's the frustration that you feel. When you feel the frustration in your life, when things aren't going well, when things aren't going smoothly, that's because of those beliefs and perceptions are in conflict with your current train of thought. Your current needs, wants, wishes, and desires, and what you were taught is not congruent with that. It's not in sync with that. So it's real important to learn how. And again, you can learn in a couple different ways. You can go on YouTube and find all kinds of people, including myself, that can help you get into the operating system or your subconscious so that you can directly change or alter some of the stuff that you don't want to have. And you can therefore put new stuff in. All you're doing, as you all know, is you're just pruning apart the old neuron connections that had become hardwired. And as they get separated, those clusters, you're putting new stuff in, right, directly to the subconscious. And again, through repetition and using the new stuff over and over again, it will eventually become hardwired as well. And you'll lose the frustration and your life will get a little bit more smooth. Okay? You'll transition. You'll be able to evolve a little bit better. You'll be able to transform into the person you really want to become. So again, you know, all of us are out there. There's a lot of really highly qualified people, including myself, and we do consultation and coaching. I also do speaking and workshops. So contact me anyway, and I'll be happy to jump in and help you wherever you can. So how do you get into the operating system? The tool that we all use, which everybody knows, is meditation. And the importance of the meditation is that it takes you from high beta, okay? High beta is where all those beliefs and perceptions are in conflict with your brain, your mind, your thinking, and your body. In other words, things are going along a little bit too fast, nothing's in coherence, and there's a whole lot of conflict happening. So through the use of meditation, we slow you down. We eventually try to get you into the lower area of beta, and with that, then hopefully alpha and then theta. And once you get into low alpha or into theta, you're in the operating system. You're in the subconscious, and that's where you can change things. You can erase things, and you can put new things in place right there. So the art is to practice your meditation, to become very proficient at your meditation. And what does that mean? It means that you need to get to a place to where you have mind-body coherence, right? Where everything's in balance, homeostasis, right? That all that stuff you kind of understand. And when it gets out of whack, it gets out of whack, and your life is not as enjoyable or going in the direction, and you're not manifesting, you know, the things that you would like to do. So once you get into meditation and you can get your brain waves slowed down to where you're in the operating system, then you can go ahead and start making the changes you need to make. It's important to have, like I said, the brain and the heart coherence, right? And the other way that it's explained by a lot of different people, and this one I think works really well, if not even better, is that, how would I put it? You need to be able to get out of the Newtonian model, right? The Newtonian model is the three-dimensional, right, model that you live in through your five senses, which has to do entirely with matter. Okay? And when you're in that Newtonian model, where you're using your senses and matter to make changes, things take a long, long time. Matter doesn't change matter very well. And for the most part, it probably takes a long, long time, a lifetime or two, to get things changed. And what we're wanting you to do, because Newtonian physics or Newtonian mechanics has to do with linear stuff, time, past, present, and future. And it talks in terms of space and time, so that there's infinite space, right? And you have limited time to get all of that stuff done that you're trying to accomplish. And what you have had in the past is what your memory recalls, which is what's causing the irritation, the anxiety, the depression, things of that nature currently. And it's what you're projecting will be the outcome in the future. So if it wasn't very pretty in the past, it makes you anxious today when those feelings come up or surface, and you start believing that that's the outcome of the future. That's Newtonian. Okay? Quantum is different. Quantum has to do with time, space, infinite time, unlimited potential. All right? And so what it says is that there is no time, right? The past, the present, and the future are now. That's the eternal now. That's what you hear about when they say, stay present. When you're present, you're in the part of the atom that is 99.9999% open space. There's nothing there but pure energy. So matter, right? Matter comprises 0.0000001% of matter that makes up an atom. Most people seem to believe or think that the atom is comprised more of matter and less of energy, but it's actually what I just said. There's just a minute amount of matter that's there. So in Newtonian day-to-day living, everything revolves around matter. We are made up of atoms, right? Therefore, you believe that you're mostly matter, things you can feel, right? When in actuality, we are energy. We are comprised 99.9999% of each and every one of us is energy. And the reason that we see and feel and touch, because those are the senses that have to do with Newtonian model, and that our vibrations and our energy have all slowed down enough to where we can see and feel and touch things. The vibrations and the frequencies and the energy and everything has slowed down. That's also when you start up-regulating diseased genes, is when your vibrations and frequency and energy is slowed down. Okay? In the quantum model, what we're saying is that we're energy, and we don't want to be consumed with what's out here, right? Because everything out here is matter, and everything inside of here is energy. So we want to go from matter to particle to wavelength to energy. So what I just did was, as we get into the operating system, by using meditation and lowering our brain waves so that we get to the state to where we can start entering that operating system, the subconscious, we want to focus on the unknown and stay in present. And when we practice that over and over and over again, we get very proficient and very good at getting into the operating system on a regular basis. I'm in a little parking lot, you guys, so I'm kind of watching traffic go by. So my apologies for being rude, I guess. But so the whole idea is for us to stay present. An example. Today has been a difficult day for me. I allowed myself to get into, or I should say, out of myself and staying present, and I allowed myself to venture outside of me into the materialistic world where there's past, present, and future, and that there's outcomes that we can kind of predict may happen based on where we've been and what we've experienced. Also, what happens when we're out here and not in here trying to have coherence, right? That's the love and the gratitude. When we're out here, then we get addicted to those emotions that keep us sick. That's the secondary gains. You see the people that walk around. I just listened to, I forget her first name. She did a testimonial of Dr. Joe's. I listen to those all the time. And her disease, sickness, ill health was migraines. That was the main thing she talked about. And she went on and on about having tried everything matter to matter in a Newtonian way, nowhere near the operating system, and she got the same results. Negative, 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 sickness, 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 ill health, disease, and it went on for years and years, debilitating in her life. So she had become addicted to her sickness. And there was a sense of anger and bitterness and discontent and frustration, and you could kind of hear a lot of different things going on in her voice and expression as you were watching her. And God bless her, but she gets to, and she reads all of Dr. Joe's stuff and then attends, I think she said she went to Vancouver. I'm not sure. And possibly, I don't know, maybe she's at another one now or something. I couldn't really figure out what she was saying. But the point is that she was frustrated and said so, that having watched so many testimonials of people with grave physical illnesses, whatever they are, that some of these people were cured instantaneously in one meditation, one session, one day, 1 week-long conference. And she was mad that her stuff had not gone away in the same like manner. What do you think the chances are that it's going to go away with that attitude? It's not going to happen. There's no gratitude there for what she has accomplished. There's no thankfulness for what has accomplished and changed and transformed. There's I don't know, what would you say? She, there's not a lot of love. I believe she did use the word love. But you know how sometimes people say words, but you don't hear the depth to the word? So there's a lot of things where she was not staying present in the here and now, right now, the eternal now. She wasn't in the operating system. She wasn't in her subconscious. She wasn't near source. She wasn't in the unified field where source is, where there's a greater intelligence. You know, the way you change happens by the Creator, not by us. We're not able to correct or change or even run or whatever, or you know, our operating systems. We're not able to do that. We can't keep our hearts running. We don't control that. Our digestive system, we don't control that. You know, the blood circulation, we don't do that. At any rate, I think she probably has a ways to go. And again, God bless her. But it's not sinking in the knowledge. And again, Dr. Joe's really good. I mean, he gives us step by step, you know, here's the steps. Here's what you need to do. We're gonna practice and practice and practice, and you'll be able to do it. You know, if you're not there, it's not gonna happen. Here's the other part with her and with me, because I'm not saying I'm exempt to this particular lady and the outcome that she seems to be having. But in order to have change occur, to get into the operating system, to get into the unified field, to get into the eternal now, to get to source, to get to the greater intelligence, we need to become no one, no place, and no time. We need to get rid of three-dimensional Newtonian physics. This morning, I returned to me matter trying to change matter, the old way I used to do. And I went back to Newtonian, you know, linear time. I went back and looked at my past and felt the pain and, you know, all the negative stuff that I used to do. And I brought it present to where it's current right now. Not right now, but right now. And then I started projecting it into the future. Kind of the same thing she's doing. So therefore, I've had a rough morning because I lost sight of the gratitude and the love and the heart coherence and the staying present, and that I'm not in charge. I'm not in charge of anything. I'm really not, nor are you. We have to be able to surrender to the unknown. That's a lot of information I just gave you guys. And again, please go back and listen to this YouTube video again. It's dead on. It's right on. I'm hitting the nail right on the head. It's exquisite and I presented it in a really good fashion. I think it's pretty clear. So go back and listen to it again, and again, listen to all of my videos and podcasts and all that good stuff, and blogs. Gosh, I blog every day, a couple times a day. There's all that to listen to. So again, for me, because I'm self-supporting, that's how I get paid, is that I've never made any money doing the YouTube or the podcasts or the blogs, because I've never had a big enough following, and I feel bad about that. The content's good, the presentation's fine, the style is my style. Obviously, if people don't like the style, I think it's been more a matter of I just haven't had a big enough audience to attract more. Now they've given me more, I don't know, they put me into more markets where there's an opportunity that more people might listen. Hopefully that'll happen. So anyway, God bless everybody. Take care of one another, and I look forward to talking to you all again real soon. Thanks a lot. See you. Bye.